What up, Chompers? This is Targus Crunt, and I'm coming to you from the surface of the sun to bring you a new deck. I'm calling it Tempo Rogue, even though VS doesn't want us to call it Tempo anymore. It's my Maestra Rogue. We play the Tourist Maestra, but only so we can play Party Fiend, which is one, it's a Warlock card. It's probably the best one-drop in the game, and it instantly activates our Velarok. This deck contains a lot of secrets, and I am about to tell you about them coming up next. It's morning now. I went 40 and 30 with this deck for a clean 57% win rate, which feels pretty good for a homebrew, and all those games were played at Dumpster Legend. So what is this deck? In the parlance of Vicious Syndicate, this is an initiative-focused deck, so we want to push the pace, get in our chip damage, and then finish off with one of our win conditions. Now, we have several win conditions in this deck, but we can easily win through early board pressure. We play Party Fiend on 1, we dagger or play Quick Pick on 2, we Swarthy Swordshiner on 3, and we're off to the races. You can find all sorts of lethals with this deck. It's sort of like a Thief Road deck where you're cobbling together a lethal from all the cards you generate. But Wishing Well provides many of them too. Recently, I found Linessa and Popgar. Linessa doubled my Popgar slimes for an easy lethal. I found Rokara off Maestro in combination with an Odin from Wishing Well that gave me 13 burst damage. You can just find little combinations of cards, unexpected synergies, and find lethals through them. But what forms the backbone of this deck is a quick start. So Party Fiend on 1, and then you're often daggering or quick picking on 2 to take advantage of Swarthy Swordshiner, which is a terrific board control tool, but also applies pressure to the face in slower matchups. But the combination of Quick Pick and Swarthy Swordshiner means that the first order of business in most of your matchups is to draw cards so that you can amass coin generators to pop off with Wishing Well. Swarthy Swordshiner refreshes the durability of Quick Pick, so you always swing on 2. Then you get 3 extra draws in the next 3 turns. It's extremely powerful. And then, of course, you're prepping out a dubious purchase. You're just drawing cards all the time. I initially played Knick-Knack Shack, but it was too slow, and you already drew so many cards that it didn't matter. Of course, at the same time that you're drawing all those cards, you're also doing 9 damage to face or clearing the board, so everything's good. Now, I will say that Maestra is a terrible card. It costs 6. It often discovers you an 8-cost hero card. Even then, it's probably a Thrall or a Scourge Lord Garrosh, so it's very unlikely to affect the game in a positive way. But you play it so that you can play Party Fiend, which in my opinion is the most powerful one-drop in the game and the easiest way to activate your Velarok. Shadow Step is an interesting card in this deck because there aren't a lot of natural Shadow Step targets outside of Velarok. Of course, you're most often saving your Shadow Step so that you can Velarok multiple times in a single turn, but you're also Shadow Stepping Greedy Partners so you can get more coins for your Wishing Well, or you're Shadow Stepping Grifta. But I've also started Shadow Stepping Party Fiend in the early game to get more 1/1s. It's the most efficient way to clear boards in the early game, and it's often really powerful to play 5 1/1s on turn 1. Last note on this list, Gorgon Zormu and Grifta are late additions to the deck. I was initially playing Shadestone Skulkers. They didn't feel quite impactful enough, although they are much improved with Swarthy Swordshiner, almost always a 4 damage removal card, but I thought why not try out the new legendaries. Gorgon Zormu's pretty good. You can prep out the 2 cost cheese and get 3 random minions, which is good pressure. Grifta often gives you lethal with the 6 damage. It often gives you healing. It gives you reduce the cost of all the cards in your hand. It gives you a lot of good choices that can impact the game. Mulligan guide coming up next. The mulligan for this deck is pretty complex, and it's always changing depending on what you're presented with. Now, with that said, we always keep Party Fiend and we always keep Miracle Salesman because they're good 1-drops and we keep 1-drops. But then we're looking for activators for things. So you want to keep Velarok in most cases, but in combination with Velarok, you want to keep Party Fiend, Stick Up, or Kajamite Creation, something that activates Velarok. And then you also want to keep Shadow Step with Velarok because you want to play him multiple times. Always keep Quick Pick. I can't emphasize enough how instrumental in this deck Quick Pick is. Now, with Quick Pick, you also want to keep Swarthy Swordshiner so you get all that draw and all that damage. You can sometimes keep Swarthy Swordshiner if you expect to dagger on 2 if you have a 1-drop. If you don't have a 1-drop, throw it away so that you can get a 1-drop. Never keep Wishing Well. I know it's your win condition, but you don't keep it because it's slow. It costs 5 and it doesn't do anything on its own. It has 0 attack. I also wouldn't keep most coin generators, although Greedy Partner can be a keep if you also have a 2-drop in hand if you have a 1-drop. Gameplay coming up next. Yes, a priest.
Light makes right.
Stay in the shadow.
I'm going to keep Quick Pick and Swarthy Swordshiner because that's a lot of draw. And a Velarok. I like it. I like the prep even for dubious purchase. I like it. This deck has so much draw without Knick-Knack Shack. You do not need Knick-Knack Shack. It felt slow. Because you're usually playing it on 3 and then not activating it until 4 so you can chain it. And it just feels a little slow. Like, Dubious Purchase Preparation is 2 mana. You draw 3 cards. It's like all you need to get what you want. To get something to activate Velarok. Or what else would you want? Coin generators for Wishing Well. Wishing Well is not a terrible win condition. It's, you have a few win conditions in the deck. Wow, this guy's taking a long time. This guy's taking a long... He's gonna go to the rope. Oh, he's just now inspecting his cards. Play a 1-drop. Come up. Come up. Okay, don't play a 1-drop. Oh, Shadow Step. I'm just gonna hold. Good girl. Josie's having trouble settling lately. Wow, this guy's... Wow, okay, yeah. Let's inspect a few cards and then heal face. This guy's slow. Okay, stick up is what I need to activate Velarok. I love this kind of hand.
The future is clear.
I will gladly kill that. I hope he doesn't get Velarok. He might not have any way to activate it, but I hope he doesn't get Velarok. I love the art on Velarok. Like, that guy looks so cool. You just know he's got some revolvers on his hip. What? Wow, you're like the slowest person, and you think it makes you play better. But as Casey has shown... Alright, now I can stick up on 4. Or if he plays something big and annoying, I guess I can dubious purchase, but he didn't. Oh, maybe Gorgonzormu is better. I'm just gonna Gorgonzormu. Maybe you stick up first. And then take like a trolley problem would... I don't want to get rid of my Shadow Steps or my preps. I think just a farm hand is fine. Do I even want to draw now? What do I have? No, I have 9 cards. I don't want to draw. We'll see if Gorgonzormu is good. I just swapped out Shadestone Skulkers for Gorgonzormu and Grifta. Puppet Theater, that's annoying. That's annoying. Huh. Huh. I guess I'm gonna play Farmhand. Swapping the attack and health of a minion might come in handy. Combo gain poisonous. One hit wonder probably allows me to do what I would do. Oh, you know what? I can just Velarok and Shadow Step it and keep it in hand. Now I need to play what I guess Rainbow Seamstress is fine. It's just a 3/3. Now how many cards do I have in my hand? 8, so I can draw one. I just don't want him to Puppet Theater the Velarok. But I don't care if he Puppet Theaters any of this shit. Okay, Nomelia. He's gonna Puppet Theater the 4/3. No, he's not. Okay. So I'm just gonna Velarok.
Let the Badlands burn. Scorch the sands.
I need some burn. Wow, Mr. Mukla. What would I be annoyed if he Puppet Theatered? I'd be annoyed if he Puppet Theatered Mr. Mukla. I think I just keep Burning Heart. And we're gonna Shadow Step this again. Do I care if he...
Who could put a price on such power?
Puppet Theater's a Grifta?
I could.
Alright, we're definitely keeping deal 6 damage. So we have 6, 9, 12. If we had... Oh. No, we can't. Oh, maybe we can. I think we have lethal. It doesn't matter what we pick.
Without a trace.
Okay, that was an incredible win. No, Joe.
Versus Celeste.
Okay, Mage I can deal with.
Celebrate a new beginning.
I'm just gonna keep the Miracle Salesman and throw away the other 2. Okay, we need a prep. There is a prep.
What's any problem?
No, Joe. Wow. Check this out. That gives me some fuel. 2 Kajamite creations and a Miracle Salesman. Synthesize, so he can play a 1 cost. Firefly, so he gets another one. Okay. Shadow Step. Let's try Skirting Death.
One dose solves any problem. I see you.
Joe, stop. Huh, I have a lot of options here. Let's see what I get from Kajamite Creation. This might answer our problem. Heat Wave is great. Okay, that's 5. Greedy partner. I guess we trade. And I think we use this to get another coin. Now we can pop off next turn. Okay. That's pretty annoying. Joe, chill out.
The whispers. I can't resist.
Tainted Remnant, probably not good in this situation. Yeah, we just eat up. Okay, I need like some AoE. Oh yeah, go face. Good job. So I can eviscerate that. What does this do? Dormant for 6 turns.
Let the Badlands burn. Scourge the sands. Found ignorance. Are you not entertained?
Alright, so I have 8, 9.
Without a trace.
Found ignorance.
That felt good.